Well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need Fate Chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, people. With your Fate Chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Follows them. It knows where they are based on their voice. I guess it wouldn't work if your professor was also a ventriloquist, but
well, and the nice part is we'll know where you are based on your voice, because your voice is coming through right now on broadcast.
All right.
Yeah, sound check with us, guys. Make sure that we're actually coming through.
Howdy. Sound check.
All right. I'm assuming I hope somebody's listening, because I'm not.
Oh,
Felix
I better unmute it.
To hell with it. Hey, hello, Architects of Fate, and welcome to Star Trek Adventures Back in Business. And tonight, we're going to look at the world of Star Trek from the point of view of the Ferengi. More to the point, from the point of view of not Starfleet, which is a thing. You know, the civilian world of Star Trek is something that's touched on and looked at and wondered about, and often just used as a source of adventure for Starfleet characters. But what about all the little people down here there are more of than those that are up there? We're not going Harry. And how do we keep the game from going to Harry Mudd? Unfortunately, that's going to happen, because we're going to look at this from the point of view of people who are moving on with their lives, who are in Starfleet and moving on. And we're going to do a thing called what are we calling this? Side hustle, where we're going to look at some characters that are in our main game, and these would be Lyra and Gorath, and how they came to be in the main game, where they're currently with Cash Dash on the ship, the Freighter. And what I want to do is have everybody introduce themselves. I'll just go across on the screen here. So Paul, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and Gorath?
Hey, yeah, Paul. I've only been doing this for just a little bit over a year, and it's been a lot of fun. I play Gorath, who is a Danubian, an engineer by trade, and he has some Starfleet experience in the academy, but then moved on once he reached junior grade, and his wife is in this adventure. Lyra is his wife, or one of them. And so, yeah, enjoying us in this great adventure of the side hustle to fame.
Okay, we're gonna explain what the episode is, because we've decided that nobody remembers what the story is. So, hey Rufus, I don't know if you remember at all, so you don't have to actually remember anything except maybe Draylock, maybe even not that. So why don't you tell us a little about yourself and a little bit about Draylock?
I've already forgotten the beginning of the show. Yeah, hi, I'm Rufus. I'm playing Draylock, who is... I keep forgetting what Draylock is. Well, it says two different things. A Linux or a Thessarian. And you'll probably remember his brother, Balok, because they're kind of the similar thing, But anyway, let's get on with the show.
Okay, and apparently fandom can't agree on the two races. So this is up to you, and you could take great offense at being confused one for the other if you felt like it.
I'll try my best.
And can you read off the very bottom of your character sheet about why it's great for Rufus to play Draylock? If you scroll all the way down,
I'm scrolling all the way down. Okay.
Oh, it's got rockets and shit on it.
Oh, okay. Yes. Distinct personality and role play hooks. Clear goals and niche skills. Memorable but expendable. And advanced but easy to play. Sounds perfect. I don't really need to remember much of anything.
That was the most useless summary ChatGPT could possibly hand us. This damn thing is running the government right now.
And it's so spot on, Kind of makes you believe in magic.
Yes. Oh, finally, Lyra. Cameron, what about Lyra?
Hey everybody, I'm Cam. I'm playing Lyra. She's a Bajoran. She was on the medical track in Starfleet Academy, but she met Gorath and became his wife during that time. And so when he decided to leave the academy, she left with him. And even though she was only there for a little while, she's kind of sort of pretty good at medicine, actually. So maybe she's a bit of a medical savant. But anyway, so she has come along with Gorath, and they're also both very interested in music, which is kind of what this side hustle is all about.
Yep. Yeah, this could be the Section 31 movie. It's a better movie than the Section 31 movie because we actually have hype that's worthwhile. So, hey, Skate Deck, Rufus.
Ooh, yeah, look at how high that hype's going.
Yeah, hype.
We're almost to level 1.
We're at level 1. We're almost to level 2.
Oh, we hit it.
We blew past that.
Sweet.
Two memberships will drive you past it. So
Nice.
what we've got is I think it's the only one that liked that movie. Yeah, Matt, it's okay. It's okay to like and like what you like, because if you like it, that's something that don't let us poo-poo this. Oh well, we're not going to talk you out of the shit. I know that. But no, we were. There's so many nuggets in there. I think we were more upset about it being a letdown than anything else. But we're not going to trash on that because we'll do Talking Trek maybe at some point and just get it all out of our spleen. Picard season 2 and Section 31, which sucked harder. which one hurt me more?
Maybe next Monday.
How suicidal can we be? But anyway, what we have is these are characters that were generated by Paul, and the background of Gorath and Lyra is they are somehow on the run. We meet them in the main story. They're on the run from someone. We didn't know who. For what? Well, apparently Gorath developed a technology that it was a universal music translator that, without violating copyright, managed to convey the music and the emotional intent of the composer or musician. It was not specified, so we still don't know, but it could emotionally impact the listeners in their own culture. So it would translate a Klingon opera over into something that, like, the Halkans could get behind. And the Halkans is a deep cut for Cam, if anyone wants to remember who the Halkans were.
I don't think even I do. So
that
that does indeed cut deep.
They were the mirror. They were the mirror pacifists. They were pacifists in both dimensions, and they got nuked. Basically, I believe it was Artie Johnson.
They were pacified.
Yeah, it was almost like Artie Johnson was their leader. But yeah, it's so you could take this one set of music and translate it into another culture. So that was cool, and it's even more than and it could emotionally impact people, which some of the universal translator can't do. Now, as we recall, there were several attempts to upgrade earphones and give cool earphones to people. And while you were at it, one of the venues started to malfunction, and so Gorath and Lyra went to investigate, find out what was going on. And then during that time, a lot of things kicked off. Basically, there was an upset Ferengi, but the biggest challenge was that Drelok tried to bring outside beverages into the venue. And that was, you could do almost anything, but messing with the concessions is immediately an Orion problem. And what has occurred is that Lyra and Gorath had attempted to restructure the translator, and because apparently there was a cat in the box, because sure, why not? There was a cat in the box. If Gary Seven's nearby, maybe. The cat sprung out, and there were problems with it. So you lost gravity, and also, it was a zero-G venue, and you couldn't restore gravity without disrupting something else because everything was wired in through one power supply. So things weren't installed to Gorath's spec. And what has now happened is this has started collapsing. And now things are kicking off. And I believe that's where we left you all off at.
That sounds about right.
was that
Sounds right.
the two Shrond and the guard, and there's a big giant Klingon here who's very excited. He wanted to do some rave stuff. And so what do you guys want to do? Because right now it's all kind of exploding, and also it was another thing. The translator was translating music into people's ears. You turned it off, and the music is still playing in their heads. That was the complication we had. So now you have people who have the song that never ends from Lamb Chop playing in everyone's.
We gave them all perpetual earworms.
Yes, you gave them the final countdown. So yep, there you go.
Hopefully the sound headphones don't actually worm into their brains.
Not yet, but you didn't make them, so
not yet.
But yeah, so that's where you're at. What would you like to do?
Well, I wanted to, I guess first and foremost, once I see that, once that Gorath sees that, the shit is hitting the fan, and the fans are flying free.
Oh, they've knocked up to 3. Yeah.
I want to double check for this venue in particular, the safety of the hover discs and the 0G, everything. I don't want anybody to get hurt. So is that in any way being manipulated beyond specifications?
Just mostly the physical safety of the venue, all the anti-grav stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you need to just run a quick diagnostic, what I'm going to do is it's probably going to be a difficulty level 2 task, just because I'm going to be a jerk about it, and I'm stressed. Yes, there's stress, and I am strongly looking at. Oh, there we go. I put your character sheets down on the ground here, by the way. Gorath. Come on, Gorath. Come on, you can do it. Okay, what I would like is, man. Yeah, I'm gonna make this a daring issue because you're just stressed. You're trying to make a snap judgment.
Okay.
Daring and engineering.
Ouch. Okay.
But however, you have EPS systems as a focus. I think I would take.
Yes.
So I would do that.
Yes. So as the focus, I forget how that affects it.
It increases your critical range to your engineering skill.
That's right. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm doing daring and engineering. Is that what you said?
Daring and engineering. Good luck.
All right.
You can buy dice. I think you got 4 momentum, and I've got 3 threat. You can give me threat.
I think I do want to buy a die. I want to buy a dice. Alex, can I buy a dice?
Sure.
Let's see.
You can also claim,
because I do want to make sure that everyone is going to be safe. I don't want to have anybody suing me.
one of the things I would
All right.
also do is don't forget to look at the talents on your character. Because one of the things you do have is you have parent. Parent is parent figure is one. Operations manager, however, is one I would count on, because whenever you're using a tricorder or doing basically anything, you generate a bonus momentum.
Oh, okay.
And it can be used on and obtain information spent.
So do I need to declare that beforehand,
Just tell me. Just say, oh yeah,
Okay.
don't forget. It's an always-on talent, but you just may have to remind me of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so operations manager, I think is.
Yeah, that's it's just who you are, and it's who you become in
Yeah.
the ship. But also, I'm going
Right.
to give it to you now because I think it's worth it.
Okay. All right. So I have. It
Ugh.
goes from okay to worse.
Okay.
So I have one success, a 5.
Yes. You have 2
a
successes.
Oh,
5 is 2.
But then I have a 15,
Okay.
which is a non-success.
Non-success.
But then I have a 20.
Really?
Oh,
Holy.
Yeah,
holy
really.
hell. We're kicking it off nice old school. Would you rather
That
have
was the
us,
die I bought too. Can I unbuy that dice?
Yeah, I always
Yeah,
do joke about that whenever
I'm
someone
gonna
buys
exchange
a die.
that for a.
Whenever they buy a die, it is buying yourself a 20 almost inevitably. But what I want to do is, would you want me to make up a complication, or you just want to give me some threat and move on? Threat's a thing I can use to kind of make the.
We've
bad
already
guys-
got complication.
Oh yeah.
So how
the
about
whole world's a
You
complication.
take a threat, and then we're already overcomplicated. I think.
Yeah, we're already overcomplicated. So
Yeah,
I'll put
we're
myself up to
barely-
5 threat. But threat's mostly something for just a mechanic idea. It's a thing I can use to buff the bad guys, generally, like so they can buy an extra die. That's how I'll tend to use it.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, I can bring in battle cruisers, but I as a GM, I'm going to bring in a battle cruiser if I want to bring in one. No one can tell me. You can't hold me back. So you do, from all that though, you do immediately tell that the gravimetric stuff is fine, the discs are fine, all the control systems are functioning normally. It's just the translator circuit that is a problem. And I believe you also, Lyra may be able to assist on this because she's also got the psycho. She has more of the medical end of this, because I think you may have built the technical end, but she also built the interface end, because translators seem to go into your brain.
It seemed to be
Right.
that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you want to share the credit for this invention between the two of you, would that be acceptable? I'm rewriting your characters.
I
a
think
little.
that's great. I think that's probably one of the
Laura-
things that they connected
Laura
on
can
mostly.
be the PI, and I'll just be a co-I. Academia terms.
Yeah, you'll be co-presenters.
I'll be co-I. Yep.
Oh man, great. We're already doing it with a female too. That's like not helping science at all. Primary investigator. I think you're co-authors on the paper. Lyra, do
Okay.
you want to make any? So yeah, Garth, everything is working correctly in terms of what you asked about. Now you get one additional question because you do have, because you're an ops manager, you get a momentum, and that momentum turns into a question. It's just you get a free question with extra steps.
Yeah. Okay. So, the question:
Mhm.
Can I,
There.
since it appears that, to me, it appears that the issues that we're having are not, they're only with my system of the translator, and not the general situation of this venue. Meaning, like, the venue itself is fine,
Yes.
except for my input into it with my device
Yes.
or our device.
Now let's spread
So
the blame
my
now.
question is there in any way to detect where? No, that's not my question. Is there? I want to get the
Because
good. I want to get a good question.
always do another
Um,
thing later to
it's-
ask more
it's
questions
like-
too. So you're good.
Okay. Then I'm going to think
It's
of a
like
question
trying to
ask.
come up with the perfect D&D
Yeah,
wish.
I was
so that
seeing
you
Yeah,
you
no
head
kidding.
down. I was seeing you head down that path. So
I wish that I
I
had
mean, and
more strength.
you know all
but-
of us, so you're going to get some extra questions. Don't worry.
All right, I'll save that. I'll put that in my back pocket and think about what I want to.
But you do have
Sure,
you have a question now though, so you do have to burn like something now.
Oh, I have
But
to.
you
Okay,
can.
ask
But you
my
can.
question. Ask
There'll
the
be a
question.
later time. There'll be plenty more times to
Sure.
run that tricorder.
Sure. Okay. All right. So then,
Yeah.
can I detect the is there an outside source that is affecting my system, or is it my system that is failing?
Okay, got it.
Like, can I tell if someone else is, hacking in and making it happen, or is it a problem where something arose that I didn't foresee before in all of my testing, my vast amounts of testing?
I'm gonna be such a dick and say there do not appear to be any hacks going on, so there's nothing externally influencing the system.
So it's my fault.
Could be.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
but I mean, there doesn't appear to be anything coming into the translation matrix or anything. So yeah, there's no open
Right.
ports if you want to think of it that
Well,
way.
and I think,
But again, you didn't install
I'm
this. by the way.
more of a positive oriented person, so I'm not exactly thinking that there's some outside source necessarily. Like, I'm going like, oh, I overlooked something. Something happened that was overlooked by me personally, and now I'm feeling that, if I'm gonna get it fixed, it's all on me.
Oh
In
yeah,
other
I
words.
love that idea. Okay,
So I'm not looking for anybody to blame. I'm like, okay, I'm at fault. That's where I am. Got to start off with.
okay,
So,
yep, you start there. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip over to Draylock. Oh, or Rufus, because sometimes we forget who we are. Okay.
Okay, so
Draylock.
am I still here or did I get kicked out?
You did not yet. I think you were making your escape. Because we had some Benny Hill music going, if I recall correctly.
Okay.
Well, and the Orion guy who came in and was going to go after Draylock had Vorak, the Klingon, step in front of him because Vorak was so emotionally upset by
Oh,
the
the
music not being translated to a proper Klingon opera that he wanted to start some fisticuffs. So he
You picked on the
picked the
Orion.
largest man in the room, which was the Orion, and that gave Draylock some opportunity to Benny Hill out of there.
What is it that you said about this is like an Alzheimer's meeting? And we're well, I'm glad you spotted that. Thank you.
It's the USS Memory Care.
Yeah, we're here.
We could just be playing the same roles over and over and over.
Right.
You anyway.
Week after week.
Week after
Yeah,
week.
tune
Yeah,
in
well,
next week. We'll do it again.
all I'm gonna say is, all right, for folks, don't forget to tune in to next week's Solar Patrol episode. Well, where Draylock discovers he has a missing hand, or he's the car. So that puts you out in the hallway, I think.
Okay, I'm in a hallway.
So now I have to find a hallway.
So I'm I'm on the run. Somebody's chasing me. Is that right?
Someone's trying to chase you, but they got their ass handed to them.
Okay. Well,
But what I'm going to do is I'm putting you in a food court.
Okay, I'm going to assume I'm in the clear. All right.
Okay.
Looks like it's time to go fill up my dolphin bone and get some more Tranya.
Okay. Oh God, I forgot about the Tranya problem.
Oh, never forget the Tranya, my friend.
Wait, where did I wind up putting? Okay, I was just in the wrong spot. All right. Yeah. Grabbing Draylock. I'm gonna say that the cat probably came out
Yeah, maybe we'll make friends. I don't know.
The cats
might-
somehow made it down.
I mean, I'm allergic,
It
but
might be there,
you know.
and it might not be.
That's true. So you're
Because
looking
it came
around
out
to,
of that Schrodinger's box.
yeah. So you're looking around to get the whale bone refilled.
I
is what
am.
the dolphin bone refilled.
Yep.
Um,
Want to keep the party going.
Okay. Because I think, yeah, if I remember, Vrond, like the Ferengi, wound up taking the flask and would not give it back.
Okay.
That was what wound up punting you across the place.
So I'm just gonna get it fresh. You know.
Yeah, and I forgot. Did you put on the earphones? You don't have a song playing in your head because, if I recall, you got it fixed.
Mhm.
And yeah, you're just gonna go get the dolphin bone refilled. I'm gonna see if I can find a nice person to be your. How disinterested do you think the person at the venue is going to be who's working the venue, the concessions person?
Well, I don't know if it really matters because I'm gonna turn on the charm and win them over.
Okay. Let me see if I can find a nice person here that can do this.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, I love it. Okay. Yeah. What's going to be is Mr. MacGuffin is here.
Oh.
Basically, he's
Oh,
pretending to
yay.
be an Antikin.
Mm-hmm.
So, hello, mongoose guy. So, yeah, Mr. MacGuffin's gonna just, chitter at you. He's basically as tall as you are, which is great. The problem is that both of you are just barely able to look over the counter
Okay.
at this, and that's really funny. The cat is still actually just floating. By the way, it's as if it's still in 0G.
Mm.
So I'm just gonna have the cat floating around the environment. And if you care to do anything with that, that's fine. If not, well, okay. But yeah, Mr. MacGuffin's like, just gonna, and that you can make of that conversation what you will.
Hello, friend. It's a real pleasure to see you. It's a grand day, isn't it? Well, I was hoping to get some refreshment here. Perhaps you can do a Tranya slushy?
So he's gonna like look around at the shelf full of bottles up there, and he can't reach them. Yeah, so he's basically sees the one orange bottle that's way up at the very top. It's like you're at medieval times, and all the good booze is at the top, and the kid behind the counter can't get to it. So yeah, he looks and he's like pointing up at this bottle that looks orange, and it's like, is this the one you want?
Yes, that is exactly it. That looks so delicious.
He's gonna try and climb up because there's absolutely, it's not built for somebody of non-standard height. And I don't know if you want to help him at all. I don't know if you give a shit about him.
Oh, friend, perhaps I could give you a boost. You know, you could get on my shoulders and reach that right away.
Give me a second. I have to adjust the screen on you because your name tag is covering your face. Because, oh God, I like the fact that it maybe is just the top of your head, though. Should you just leave it that way?
Yeah, sure.
Because it took me a second, and I went, "What is he doing?"
Screen accurate for the bar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
screen accurate. I'm going to give you a little Kilroy action.
I'm throwing myself into this role here.
I think so. I think you're just eating while you're not being seen. Yeah, so he's going to go up there. Mr. MacGuffin is probably got about a 13 to do this. So he does manage to scrabble up there. Doesn't seem to have any other issues. He grabs the big. I mean, this bottle is as big as his head,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 3/4 full.
Mhm.
Now, do you want to know if that is or isn't really Tranya, or do you want to, from here, I don't know if you can tell if it's really Tranya.
I know. I think I don't. Yeah, let's just say I don't know. But I'm hoping for the best.
Okay, so you're not gonna give him gaff about it. He's gonna try and come down. He's gonna try and scramble down. I'm gonna just roll again because it's funny. Okay, he does make it. He starts to tip and weave a bit, like he's about to fall with his large bottle.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do anything to be a nice guy,
Well,
I don't know if you got any gadgets or anything because you have gadgets.
wait, he's standing on my shoulders, right?
Oh, did you do that?
Yeah,
Because he was just going to scramble up. He was just going to try and climb up the.
No, I
shelves.
offered to collaborate on this mission.
Oh, pardon me. Okay,
yeah.
could you roll an assist, please?
Let's see, which dice do I use?
The two 20-sided dice. And I can just roll those on screen if
Yeah,
you
just
want.
do it. I
Okay.
don't
Can
got
you
time
tell
to
me-
count.
All right. Can you tell you have time to add because I need your crackers. I need your fitness
Okay.
and probably is this a scientific or engineering thing?
Oh, I'd say more engineering.
All right. Well, let's add together your fitness and your engineering numbers.
Okay, that would be a 12.
Okay, and then do you have any focuses that might help you be the guy on the bottom in a circus act?
I'm trying to find those focuses. Okay. I'd say this is crisis management because
It could be.
I
it
am
could be.
thirsty.
Okay, I was thinking it could quickly become crisis management in a second. But yeah, I think that this is the thirsty thing.
Mhm.
Oh, I hate the fact that this thing, I save things as docx files, and so nothing fucking opens them on my computer.
Mm.
So I can't open Lyra's thing or Dreylock's. So all right. What I need you to you had a what, 13?
I have a 13. Yes. No,
Okay, do you-
sorry. 9. 12 actually.
12. Okay. Okay, you roll a 6 and a 9. That's 2 successes. You do stabilize him, and he does manage to do it. And just kind of hops onto the counter. So basically, he takes steps off your shoulders and onto the counter, and then puts the big clunk sounding jug there. It looks very much like Tranya, but it is the most Tranya you've probably ever seen. Because I believe that Tranya is a small batch item, right?
Mm. Oh, absolutely. So this is quite an enormous amount of Tranya, but I'm game for this, and so I'm going to order an extra large. And do you have a blender?
Yeah, he actually just points at the replicator. He just goes, ah! So he's going to replicate
Oh.
a blender. He's actually going to replicate a blender because he can't replicate the drink.
Okay.
So he has
Brilliant.
to replicate the blender. So that happens. God, sorry about that. Yeah, and then if you guys have any other customers that want to come up while this is happening, you're absolutely welcome to join in because I realized I'm idling 2 players on a side quest for the thief, as is tradition. But yeah, he's going to get a big old blaring blender. What kind of Paul or Cam? What is or isn't used instead of ice in this drink?
Say that one more time.
Well, I'm looking
you-
at like we're making a mixed drink, which is a
Yeah.
Tranya slushy. I need 2 ingredients.
vermouth.
Oh God,
Gah,
God.
gah. Since it's right across the hall.
Yeah, I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna grab some vermouth off the shelf and make a move on it, and it's up to you, Dreylock, if you want that to stop or not.
I'm game. I really am just so open to new experiences and doing things I haven't done before. I'm just
Oh,
hoping
That's
for
what
the
this
best.
festival's all about.
Okay, he's gonna put some gawk in there. It is alive, but it won't be for long because it's all going in the blender. Uh, and
No gawk worms were hurt in the filming of this
Oh, these are-
episode.
these
I'm
are
gonna
some-
state right now.
these are some serious gummy worms at this moment. Yeah. So he's about to he's about to turn on the blender. Yeah, and that's the sound of the blender as it fires up. And it does it's a sonic blender, so it makes that sound. And all your in your set now, there's this sort of orangey blue looking thing. It can look orange and blue at the same time.
Wow.
And then he puts an umbrella in it.
Oh my goodness.
No Ryan Ice.
Then
there.
this-
What?
This Bolian heard the blender and looks over and goes, "What have you got there, pal?
Oh God.
That looks interesting."
Oh, do I answer it as the Mr. McGuffin answer?
Both of you can answer it because
Oh.
I think he's going to assume that you're both working behind because you're both behind the counter right now.
Oh, okay.
So guess what happened to you, sir?
Well, my friend here has just invented a delightful new drink.
What's the name of this drink?
Well, I wanted a Tranya slushy, but I think this is more like a gawk mash.
Ooh, that sounds delightful. Is it a Federation gawk band?
Well, nothing is.
Good. I'm tired of those Federation types always taking the joy out of things and replacing it with
Oh,
synthahol.
don't they just do that?
Yes, it's very, very troublesome in these times to go in there for just want to go off on a banger and you end up with synthahol and you're not even feeling it 5 minutes later.
I know.
How ridiculous.
Cuts
Is he
down on the
from
amount of
s-
relish that you get out of it.
Are you from Southern Boleas or
Indeed.
something? Because that's an interesting accent you've got there.
Probably
From the southern
The
hemisphere.
Southern Hemisphere.
Southern Hemisphere.
I'm gonna just say that
It's just a Shakespearean actor. You know, we did say Solar Patrol was involved somehow, and since Mr. McGuffin appears, we have to have a Southerner pretending to be English playing a bully.
yes. I'm gonna say his name is Taborn Bracht.
All right.
Because why not?
Just layer
yeah.
upon layer upon layer.
This is gonna be this is how we roll in Architects of Fate, trust me. So Taborn Bracht, so yeah, you're gonna try it with the actual synthahol. Are you gonna take Draylock's drink from him or what?
No, I'll let him sample it first. It's obvious that
Well, he's
that I'd like to get one,
Well, he's
but
behind
I,
the counter, so he might well be a servant.
That's
That was
true.
the thing I was thinking you would actually come in hot with is like you're just gonna start bossing them both around.
could you give me just a little bit of that in shot glass?
Oh, certainly.
I've never had one before, so I don't want to drink that whole dolphin bone.
Okay, this is gonna be a control, and we're gonna call it science because why not?
Is this
And we're
for me or
This is
for?
for you
for Draylock
Rufus.
or for
for
Okay.
yes for Draylock?
Okay, control is okay. Control and science. Okay, that is 13.
That is a 13. Okay,
Mhm.
oh, you're really good at that. All right.
I'm excellent at controlling.
Well, you're not that excellent because you rolled a 14 and a 17.
Oh,
So you blew that entirely out of proportion there.
so it's just not going to be very tasty, is it?
Well, how do you fail at pouring a goddamn drink? That's
Oh,
my
I
bigger
thought
question.
it was the taste we were rolling for.
Oh well, he just asked for some of it because Mr. McGuffin built it.
Okay, well if I spill it and it just floods the area in which you're standing because there's so much of it. It just seems to be coming from everywhere.
Oh, you've made a
Oh, I'm
mess.
so
What kind of
sorry.
establishment is
Oh.
this?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, here's a towel.
Oh God. You grab the nearest towel. Let me see. I'm just gonna go like evens or odds on this one, Rufus.
Evens.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You basically grab Mr. MacGuffin's ascot and just rip it from around his neck and actually like drag him over a little bit while you hand it to the guy and I guess the bullion. You're gonna just pick that up, right?
No, I'll just grab
Yeah.
it.
So
and start
basically,
wiping
Mr.
it.
MacGuffin has been pulled physically out of the back of the booth, and now he's sort of dangling, somewhat strangling from the towel. So that's not good.
Oh, I'm sorry, my good man. I didn't know this was attached to you.
Yeah. So he's scrabbling at it. If you wanna unscramble, what are you gonna do with him now that you got him hanging by a towel?
I'll try and set him free. I'm not a murderous sort. I don't want him to die.
Okay.
so.
So you can go ahead and set him free. The thing you're noticing, Draylock, is that like all Tranya, this stuff will go everywhere. It's like penetrating oil.
Mm.
Like if you can think of it like liquid hydrogen.
Mhm.
You know, because like it's the lowest molecular weight thing you could possibly have. So it will get in between everything, and finding special containers to contain it is actually vital. So yeah, this stuff is now oozing everywhere across this booth, this stall. So now the Tranya isn't so much in puddles as it is a thin sheen just completely across the countertop and moving down the front of the stall. So the orange Julius is getting like just coated.
So what I am going to do is just I'm going to look for more towels because it just looks like it's just a mess, and I don't know what else to do. I would get a glass and try to scoop it up, but I don't think that would work. I think it needs to be something that's going to soak it up.
Okay. So you're gonna try and locate towels.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I obviously missed the first time and got an ascot, so I'm going to look through drawers.
Okay. Well, there's some space drawers in front of you.
Space drawers. I
Okay.
bet they have some space towels in there. I hope.
I hope. Let's go with insight, because there's no luck score in this damn thing either. We're just gonna go with insight, and I'm gonna go with engineering.
Okay, that would be 14.
Holy cats!
Yeah, you're picking all my good stuff.
Okay, I can't even read your character sheet, so I'm just hoping. Is this full of role playing opportunities, like ChatGPT said?
I suppose that's what you call this.
Yeah. Well, you almost got a critical failure.
Oh,
So you did open a drawer. You did find a towel, but it's a microfiber towel.
God.
Don't.
So that's all Mr. MacGuffin seems to have is these microfiber towels. He was not. He was clearly not ready for these.
Oh God, what's that? You know what I need? What I need is a sham. Wow.
Well, you do have a replicator nearby.
Okay, I'm gonna try that because this
Okay.
this microfiber towel. It's the emphasis on the word micro. It's like a tiny little tissue. So I'm gonna try punching in some request to the replicator for a sham wow that's gonna soak this stuff up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, your next, well, it has buttons, but they all seem to be like iconographic to Antikins.
Mm-hmm.
So Paul and Cameron, what would be symbols on an Antikin keyboard? These are the mongoose people. So I'm just looking like big pictures, like if like the microwave has a popcorn button. what are the 3 buttons that are on this replicator, each of you?
I'm gonna say a button that has a
Oh God.
like a little disc icon,
Oh dear God. Okay.
and then go ahead.
I was going to say there's a button that looks like a hooded snake.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking these.
And an ampersand button.
Okay, so I've got a disc, a hooded snake, an ampersand, and then I need 3 more buttons because I was hoping for 3 each. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 3 each.
Yeah, I
Okay.
figure I was going to do 3 each just for the hell of it.
How about one with a plate that looks like a plate, like a,
I'll put this in comment.
like a serving.
Plate. Okay.
Yeah, like like.
Oh yeah, no, I already
dish
picked
plate.
it. Go ahead. And then the next one, I got disc, hooded snake, ampersand, plate. I need 1 more.
A gecko with some sort of a fork or some sort of eating utensil in its hand.
All right, these are very interesting silhouettes. All right. So a guy with some kind of pitchfork, which could, I'm going to go with a big pitchfork.
Yeah, it's sort of like the BSD little devil, only he's a gecko.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I was afraid of. Okay, yeah, so
That's to reboot the operating system.
we're not going to tell anybody that. So you're presented with these pictures, Dreylock.
Well, I'm gonna just asking the obvious question: is this thing voice activated at all?
You can try it. When you go up to it, it makes like chipmunk sounds.
Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna be able to speak chipmunk. So
You can try. You could just because is there a skill in cultural adaptability or some shit? Because I think that would be perfect.
Cultural liaison.
Yes, that'll work. I'm feeling that's exactly what it should be.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to make some clicky sounds.
All right.
See how this goes.
Yep. Let's. Okay, I wanted to find. Oh, I wonder if my PDF reader would open this piece of shit. No. All right. Yeah. So you can. Let me see. Let's look at your command and presence.
Ready? That is 12.
Okay. Let's see how many successes you can get. The more successes, the better. So if you want to spend momentum, you can. If you don't, you don't have to.
Let's. How much? Like, you just spend like 1 momentum or something like that.
Yeah. He gives you 1 extra die.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. I don't think I charged anybody for the. Okay. 3. Okay. There's your 3 dice. Did you buy 20? You got a 2 and a 4, and a 16. So I think what was your command skill?
That is 3.
3. Okay. One of those is worth 2 points. So you got 3 altogether, 3 successes altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty darn good. So you do have about a 60% chance of getting the right thing when you press a button. But why don't you go ahead and pick a button that you wanted to press?
I am gonna pick the ampersand button.
Well, actually, no. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you had a 60% chance of saying the right thing.
Oh, okay.
What is it you were asking for?
A super absorbent large towel.
Okay. Well, if this doesn't work,
In my native
no,
language.
let's. It's 20%. So if I can do math right, that's a 20%. So you rolled under the 12 you
Mm.
needed. So yeah, you do have, there's a little ding and then just this towel, because it's just going to start feeding it out of a slot. So this towel that's like as tall as you are, that's the fluffiest thing you've ever felt.
Oh, so is it one of those things like in an old-fashioned bathroom where you're like pulling it?
Yeah, you keep pulling it out.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna pull it and pull it and pull it and pull it, and it's as I'm pulling it, I'm walking over to the counter and I'm flopping the towel up on the counter and patting it down and trying to get it to absorb all of the stuff that's been just oozing everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, and the towel eventually ends up, so you have now about 6 foot, 2 meters long by 1 meter,
Mm-hmm.
which is because we're in space. We're using the metric system.
Right on.
So 2 by 1 meter. You do cover the entire bar with it, and it seems to just slurp it straight up.
Ooh, awesome.
And surprisingly not heavy. Nothing. The water, you pick it up and the water doesn't drip out of it. It's the ultimate in absorbance.
It just goes into another dimension.
I think that might be one of the powers of the Antikins. That might be that they have the best towels in the universe.
Yeah.
Because every race
Sounds
has
good
to
to
do something magical. So I like the one that just.
The best towels.
I like the idea of you stick it in someone's mouth and you mummify them.
Oh, I'm totally impressed with this towel.
I think you can keep it if you really want. I think you can walk out with it if you're really looking at it.
Well, I'm gonna put it around my neck like a scarf, and yeah.
Okay. MacGuffin's like happy with his too, because his towel is. I think you notice his ascot has the same like look to it.
Mm.
So he's pretty happy. Taborn, you still don't have a drink.
That towel's amazing. Is that an Antikin towel?
I do believe.
Ah, they make the best towels in the galaxy.
Well, now I've learned.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. But anyway, so how long have you been working here? Because I still don't have my drink.
Well, I have only been working here for about, let's say 10 minutes, actually. I'm not really an employee.
Oh, well, you're
Doing
not
it for
doing
more
a
of the
very good job of
experience.
masquerading as one either, if I do say so myself.
Mr. MacGuffin is.
But
pissed
no
now.
offense, of course. No offense.
He hops onto the bar and he stomps down to the end to get the whalebone, and then pours it in. He takes the shot glass from your hand, his little tiny paws, grab the shot glass, slam it down on the bar, and just then take the whalebone from Draylock, if you'll let him. Takes Draylock's whalebone and then just pours it directly in. There's some froth in it because he's agitated.
Mm.
And then so he makes like a little cobra thing like you would if you're pouring a latte at a bar.
Like a little,
So he does a little
design
foam
on the
thing.
top.
Yeah, he does a little design on the top. It looks like a cobra, and he just
Yeah.
hands it over to Tarborn.
Thank you. I'll take a swig.
I forgot. No,
We're gonna randomize
yeah,
whether I like it or not.
Bullions are pretty resilient creatures. So. Let's go evens or odds for that.
I'm gonna say odds.
Okay. Oh, it's evens. Sucks to be you.
Oh,
Yeah.
tastes like God.
Yeah. Also, yeah, it's Gok, and then if I'm not mistaken, Tranya also tastes like the thing you most enjoy. That's one of its magical properties. Is it tastes
Yeah.
exactly, and it's highly addictive.
There's a hint of something good. There's a hint of Boolean elderberries, but there's so much gawk, it's overpowering. Ugh, terrible. All right.
I don't know if
Well, I'm just done with this establishment. he storms off.
okay, and because it was and I'm going to say that there's this will interact with Boolean physiology, because you guys can tolerate anything, but this doesn't work well. You're going to need to find a restroom in a hurry. That's all. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
say.
And he takes off and says, "Oh no, I have to find some platium."
Oh, I love the idea that that you need to have, like, instead of bismuth, it's yttrium.
Yeah,
Yeah, you need
it's subplatium.
subplatium. Okay.
Yeah, so that he can be a subplot later in the story.
Okay.
Sub-
You were
subplatium.
subplutonium. Okay, got it. What I'm going to also do is now come back to the happenings at the bar, or at the thing. Lara and Gorath. Lara, I don't think we got anything out of you for what to do next. But Gorath, you're still blaming yourself and going stupid, stupid, stupid. If I remember right.
No, actually, no. That's not what he would be doing. He would be disappointed in himself, but he would apply himself to fixing the problem immediately. So he's not one to, dwell on past failures.
Okay.
He's more of, okay, now where?
Okay. The problem is
So-
that all right, Lara, you're noticing that everybody around has taken the earphones out, and they're starting to yell and scream a little bit. They're not quite Event Horizon level, but they're getting there. There's definitely some madness starting to set, some space madness setting in. You can do
Okay,
your doctor, so you can kind of look at other things. but-
Move around up here.
I'm gonna scan to see if there's some like weird harmonics going on with the gravimetric field, the gravimetric field, and the sound in their head. Like if there's a feedback between the wavelengths that their brains are playing
Okay.
and the outside, whatever the gravimetrics are that are making it 0G, there's got to be some like
Oh, okay.
dampening field generator. So I'm gonna see if there's a weird harmonic going on between external and internal wavelengths.
Oh, okay. I get you. Oh, that's a pretty clever thing to do.
That's a technobabbly thing. That's called orogravimetric harmonics.
Yes. All right.
AURAL, not ORAL.
Okay. Let's look at we're looking at maybe reason and medicine,
Okay.
and I don't remember what, and because of course I don't have Lyra's, I sent Lyra's thing. I mean,
Yeah,
you've got her actual full
she-
character sheet, so I don't.
Yes, I do. Well, it's an abbreviated one.
Oh no,
because
there's
she
one in
was
the chat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
See, the USS Memory Care strikes again.
Yeah.
Let's see
I mean, I'm not
If I
saying
can-
it's the best.
if I can find it. There it is. There it is. All right. I'm opening it up. I think the stats are the same though, correct?
Her basic
Yeah,
stats
reason
are
is 7.
well, it's things like her values and talents are the
Yeah,
ones.
right,
I was-
because she didn't have them originally. All right, so her
there's an unknown.
her reason is 7 and her medical is
Yeah,
4, so
her-
that's an 11.
Well, no, what? Her reason is, oh my god, how did she get up below 7 reason?
Because her medicine is based on insight,
Right.
because she has a 9 for
Okay, right.
insight. She's not book learning.
Right.
She's more holistic. Like she just has a feeling,
Her reason
and
is,
she's kind of a Bajoran faith healer.
oh yeah, I got that.
Like,
She has, yeah, it's right in there as a talent.
because it says every life is sacred, faith and science can coexist,
yeah,
and the truth is a path to healing. So there's a lot of core beliefs where it's not science that creates medicine, it's the supernatural.
okay. I'm gonna say that you have a also use your quick study, which allows you to re-roll a d20 on any medical or science task when it's an unknown, a true unknown. Like
Right.
you're not diagnosing
Okay.
a hangnail or fixing something. So you
Yeah.
can abuse that.
And then I'm going to burn a momentum too, because I really want to get to the bottom of this, because I don't think Gorath screwed up. I think there's something else going on.
Okay.
So I'll burn a momentum and roll 3.
You got some ASMR dice going.
Let's see, a 9, a 7, and an 18. So 2 successes.
All right. You can also re-roll. Don't forget.
Oh, and I'll re-roll the 18 and hope it's not a 20. It is a 15, so it's still a fail.
Still fail. Okay. It doesn't say you have to take this. I think you have to take the second roll. All right. You do get it. There is. It's not something interacting with the gravimetrics. But it does look like. You know what it isn't, and it's not the gravimetrics. But also, as you look at the waveform that's being generated, it is not what you'd spec'd out.
Okay.
You expect this.
So-
This is not this waveform looks like.
So this is totally not from his device.
Oh, it's totally from his device, but it's not the specs you
Okay, but
input.
It's not the specs that we put into the device. So it may have been tampered with. So I'll tell him, I'll say, Gora, there's some interesting stuff going on here with the people. They're still apparently inside their head, they're still hearing music.
Really?
And this is the wavelengths are not anything we ever spec with your device, but it's coming from your device.
Well, I mean, it's something in the Matrix I overlooked. I'm not sure what.
I don't know.
So,
I have a gut feeling somebody tampered with it after we installed it.
interesting. I wonder if we can take a hearing device and recalibrate it. You think we can do that and see if we can manually maybe reset it?
Well,
If worst comes to worst, we can have people get in line and we can reset them. But let's see if we can actually make that happen.
Yeah, if we could broadcast it all at once to clean their minds out from this other earworm.
Oh God! So you're gonna grab one of the nearby devices?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a what's his name in there? The Benzite, I think, fish guy.
Yeah. Grayla's a Benzite.
Grayla's hanging out there. He's got something in his ear, and he is not doing. He's actually jamming along pretty well. He's just kind of swaying and doing his little grunion thing, and also thinking to himself how much better he could do it than other people.
That's
So
right.
how much better he could really have made this. Yeah. So if you want to snag that off and take a quick scan of it. You're muted, Paul.
You're muted, Gora.
Let me borrow your headpiece there, my friend, and I want to see if I can resync it so it's working properly.
Okay. Let's see if.
So does he?
Yep.
Does he hand it over or?
I'm gonna save this and see if it
Okay.
wipes out your link with me. Oh, it does not. I'm sorry. I needed to rename you in Skype. So because your live ID and then 8 million ID numbers. Yeah. So I need a presence and probably command.
Presence, command. Okay.
It's also not
All
good,
right.
probably.
No, we're fine.
Okay.
That's a miss though. I did get a 3 with this. So a miss and a 3. So a 3 is just a straight success, right?
Unless you have a focus or a value you want to use,
Well,
we can find common ground. All cultures can come together through gravity. Eat, drink, be merry. I don't. If you want to, you've got enough successes to just get him to give it over.
okay.
So
I mean, that's all.
Yeah.
If he's willing to handle it over,
yeah, he's
hand it
totally,
over, then,
totally happy.
then
to
that's
hand
good
it
enough for
over.
me. Okay, all right.
So yeah, he hands it over. He's got one of the more standard earphones.
Okay.
It's buzzing. He still seems to be hearing the music, which is not great. Even after you've taken the earphone out of his head, he's still hearing the music in his
Okay.
head.
So I'm gonna suggest, Lyra, do you want to scan him and see like what's happening with the music. I don't understand
Okay.
why he's still hearing the music. That's
Yeah, and I don't understand why he's not distressed, because this original tune was not written by Benzite, and yet he seems to be responding as if, kind of as if we wanted them to respond.
right.
They like it in their own cultural.
Mhm.
So I will do a scan for that if I can. Like,
Okay.
is he? Yeah, like, is there a difference between how his brain is processing this compared to the other ones I scanned?
And
And then
that's a good idea.
while she's doing that, I'll want to basically try and reset it to original specifications if I can.
The headsets, the
Yeah.
broadcast. Okay, good. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some thread.
But I want her to scan him first before I reset it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and throw your dooms, which is we'll just do insight because you told me it's an insight instinctive thing. What kind of Bajoran non-technological thing do you use to examine him to make your determination then? I'm going to be throwing this toward, Louisiana folk medicine is where I'm headed with Bajorans at this point now. If you're going to pull that.
Louisiana folk medicine.
Well, I didn't want to say voodoo, but yeah.
She is gonna grab his lower earlobe very slowly so it doesn't look
Does he
threatening,
have an earlobe?
and try to feel his paw while she does the scan.
Okay, I like that idea. Okay, you get.
She tells him that she goes, don't be alarmed. I'm performing a Bajoran calming ritual.
Oh, he's about to tell you about how great the calming ritual he invented when he was a hatchling is.
Okay.
So it's like, oh,
I'd like to learn about it.
Oh, you're not grabbing. Here, grab this.
But-
and he keeps moving your hand around. Like you're not grabbing him in the right spot for the paw, because he's now going to tell you about how your religion works. And he's going to start talking to you about how you're not getting the prophets right. And he wrote a paper about it. And he couldn't wait to talk to you about it. So now he's gonna actually put, those little the little mouth they've got, their little upper lip.
The little, the sort of scoopy shovel lip.
Little guppy lips. So he basically has to do that. That's the paw for his species.
Okay.
And also,
well,
you should try it yourself. So he's trying to get, if you'll pardon the pun, he does a fish hook. You're supposed to do a fish hook. Okay. So
well, she will be culturally sensitive and do the fish hook, but she's thinking in her head, this is going to interfere with the healing.
Okay.
And so what rule do I make for the scan? The same one?
Go with
reason?
no, I'm not going to do a reason. This is you decided that you're doing insight. You reminded me of her roots, so I'm going to go with insight and medicine. The complication is in 18, 19, or 20.
Okay.
Just cause.
Do I dare burn another momentum?
I thought you already spent one.
We got us. I did. This is a different roll.
Oh God! All right.
Or do we get only one per scene?
Oh no, you can use as much momentum as you think you have. Check out any talent she might have though.
Well, let's see. I have the. See, he doesn't seem stressed because, she can use her spiritual practices to alleviate stress.
Like surgery.
Yeah.
She has a focus in xenobiology. That would work.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Or there's music therapy is a possibility because you're trying to diagnose that. You can pull some of those through if you want.
Okay.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Well, maybe I'll use the music therapy because I could use that in a way to determine why he's hearing the music in a different way than the others.
Okay.
All right. And we have 3 successes.
All
Nice.
right. So what I'm going to give you right off the bat is he's getting the same wavelength, and you can hear from the tones, it's the same screechy tone that you're hearing. And I'll
Wow.
just go with the idea that because you're also using the tricorder, right?
Yeah.
So the tricorder also picked up, the audio going in. It's the same waveform. It's got the same weird overlay on it. So he's getting the same signal that everybody else is getting, or at least that the strange additional signal. And
Is it a Benzite music?
it's not. It's not. It's Benzite music, and it's offensive. From what you know about benzites, and I don't know, Jeff, what would be Rufus? What would be an offensive bit of music to a benzite?
I'd say commercial jingles.
Okay. Yeah, it's playing commercial jingles, and they should, by everything you know about benzites, it should just be driving around the bend. He should just hate it. But you're also picking up some heightened activity in his frontal cortex, like he is seriously thinking hard.
So he's trying to get in the groove.
Yeah, you might have to.
So
ask him
he's tolerating this, and he's sort of forcing himself to enjoy it.
quite possibly.
Okay.
I think you only need like 2 successes, so you have an extra question from your 3. So.
Well, I think that was my question, wasn't it? I asked about the Benzite music.
No, I just
because
gave.
I
just
wouldn't.
gave-
I
I
mean,
just
I
gave
wouldn't
that
have
to you.
scanned for that.
I
initially.
literally
Oh,
gave those to you because I'm not gonna burn a question on you. Yeah, so go ahead and ask an
Okay.
additional question.
Gosh, now I gotta think of one.
Because, like you said, he's not happy. It's terrible music, and it's repeating in his head, but he seems to be doing something with it that's different.
I'm assuming that I'm kind of there observing,
yeah, you could
right?
be right there
'Cause
if you
I'm-
want an assist
yeah.
or an additional
So-
question.
I suggest to Lyra, I said not to be not to be undiplomatic, but could it be that his own desire to be better or show how much better he is at everything be playing into his kind of faking it, that maybe he's really faking it, but he wants
So sort of like
Yeah.
his super ego
yeah
is influencing this, so he can say, "I listen to horrible music better than anyone else in the room.
right, that's what I'm thinking. So
I'm the champion terrible music listener." And I wrote a paper. I
it's
wrote
like
a
this
paper
awful
on
stuff,
it.
but
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna say that was
you know, I
where it
mean,
was, yeah.
it's not like it was over my head.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
I
you may
totally
have
understand exactly.
come to the nub of his problem was he's thinking about how much better he could have made this, and boy, he's got a lot to work with. It's not like he's going to shade off like an extra quarter note or shift something
Right.
into a different register. No, this is a ground up rewrite of this music, and he starts
yeah.
telling you about that exhaustively, about how he would completely change this. And I think, Garth, did you tell him you invented this at all?
No.
Okay.
And I'm not going to, but I am going to completely ignore him and then do my
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, you can attempt to. So, what are you going to do? Try and reset to the specs you had.
So I just want to do a factory reset or something like that.
Okay.
See if I can get it back to the original settings.
Yeah, you can go ahead and it'll take a second. What I'm thinking of is probably, it's up to you, but it's going to be an engineering role no matter what. And it can be
Sure.
control or Well, you're both
Reason?
so insightful. I didn't realize you just vibed your way. Both
Yeah, see, we
characters
vibe.
just vibes.
That's
Oh
yeah.
man,
It's all about
okay.
that.
They're
It's that of being a musician
yeah, they are
and being in
fine
the arts, but
They're really
also
arts people.
Oh man.
They're
applying
very
it to the
insightful.
sciences.
Yep.
Okay, well that's a way to do it.
Remember how Gorith, if he wants to find out, like, if the engines are operating correct,
listens.
he listens to
Yeah.
the hum.
Mhm.
So
You
I'm gonna go with the yeah, I guess you're gonna like somehow intuit where the damn backup file is and hit the reset button. So you just need one success, and it just go with engineering, and it's up to you if you want to use insight or reason. It's
I think reason would be
Okay.
more appropriate. All right. So I got a 5 and a 13.
okay, not quite. Oh, that
Which-
works.
Yeah, so I got a 5. I don't know if that.
Yeah, 5 should work because it's 2 point.
Yeah, 13 works.
13
too.
works too. Yeah, so you have
Yeah. So I got
yeah,
2
you only need
successes.
one to do the reset, so you can bank it since it's not any question or anything. So I'm gonna bank that for you if it's all right. Add one to the group
That's fine.
pool. And what we can do now? What? Let me see. Did I actually save that? Oh, good, I did. Yeah. So we're gonna bank that for you. You've reset the system. It's now putting out the music correctly, but it doesn't seem to be like kind of overriding their whatever is causing them rage.
So,
But the
but
music changes.
his
yeah.
device. Okay, his device is. So the other thing I wanted to do was kind of observe it to see if how the other things were being affected, then affect his eventually, or does his remain at the reset?
Oh, his
So like if there's something causing this, does it then adapt to it and then screw it up again?
no. What happens is that the little audio receiver you've got, right? You're listening to the sound coming out.
Uh-huh.
Sound changes. Sounds much more like what you would have interpreted as Benzite music, and very
Okay.
harmonious, very melodic in their because all their stuff has to be processed through like salt water. So you've got the whale song thing going, but you got that, and it's coming through just fine. But he still seems to be just as happy as he was. And I don't know if Lara wants to look at brain scans or anything like that, but he doesn't seem to be acting any differently. No one in the environment seems to be acting any differently because I presume you reset everybody's, right?
Well, I mean, if
Yeah,
I
you
can
did.
do that,
I assumed
yeah,
you were going to
I'd
reset
do that.
everybody's back to the.
Okay.
You were going to
Okay,
reset
cool.
the venue. Was what I had
Right.
in my brain. All right. So yeah,
Okay,
kind of next stepped it for you. No, the Klingon is still pissed off and going nuts. Vrond is still upset about the fact that the sharing song is being played in his head because he's listening to he's getting this bunch of Sesame Street songs about sharing. And yeah, nobody has changed. It's still locked into their head.
So their ears now are hearing different music than what their brain scan indicates. If I scan that, I mean, I guess I have to roll, but
Yeah.
I want to scan and see if
do some
the-
pause stuff.
the headpieces wavelengths are different than what's in their head, because I think they got implanted with some kind of earworm that's overriding the new input.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
Okay.
too.
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, this is just to determine
Very
how
insightful.
well your answer comes out, to my opinion.
Okay. Ooh, a 1 and a 7. So
Yes.
that's 3 successes.
Well,
Twice.
you only need like kind of one to compare a scan, so you have two spare momentum. But yeah, you are indeed correct. It looks like their brains are still their the oral cortex, Broca's area. Sure, we'll say that because why
Yeah.
not? The science advisor's out, and I actually am a neurophysiologist, so it should be Broca's area. But yeah, Broca's area, the hippocampus, the limbic system, they're all lit up exactly the same as they were before. They're getting reconfigured or anything. And you had, that was one of the things that this device does is it reaches into those areas of the brain and remodulates them.
Right.
Okay.
And so
Right.
so the repaired version is not remodulating. So something like got them stuck.
Something got them stuck, and if you wanted to ask a couple of more questions about like what did the waveform look like before versus after, because now you have like the
Okay.
default factory setting versus the setting that was jammed into their heads.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a little waveform deconvolution. I'm gonna use some Bayesian frequency analysis to see if I can separate if there's like a third hidden frequency that there's something in common between the earworm and the factory default setting.
Yes, and that is what you do find you do tease out the new waveform. Okay, and
What is
well, also like
is it music or is it just a repeating? Is it like a delta
yeah
437 kilohertz thing?
yeah it's
or-
one of those brown noises. It's the brown
yeah,
sound.
like is it?
Uh,
Yeah.
no,
Or instead of the sleep induction, it's the anger induction
it
wave.
is an anger induction wave. And I'm gonna go with a little bit about what you know about physiology. I'm just gonna hand that out.
Okay, because IRL I don't.
That's
so.
okay. No, there is something that was.
I'm a geologist, not a doctor.
Yeah, but whatever the wave is, it was designed to trigger some primal or basic need, and it hit anger on everybody.
Hmm.
But you can tell, like, why would anyone want
so-
to trigger anger in anybody?
Right. Why would anybody want
But
to
it's
do
it's personalized, right? Like it's personalized by race. So would the same waveform affect everybody, or would it have to be, set to each race?
Well, you haven't analyzed any of the other forms, but it would. I mean, your
Right.
matrix will find the common thing and create it. So if it found anger for one
Right,
race,
okay.
it would find anger for all of them. Right?
So somehow
But they
it almost is like sabotage, where they knew that this was going to make it easy to propagate some sort of anger.
or some
But who
sort
would
of
do
Right.
or
that?
some sort of primal or basic
Primal, yeah. Right.
So
Could have made him
I'm
hungry or
wondering is-
thirsty.
would we be able to send a negating opposite wave that would phase
Yeah,
it
now that
out?
You know what you're looking for.
Okay, then that's what I want to do then.
This is going to be a musical thing. It'll require both of you to
Okay.
pull that off.
So I have collaboration
Yeah,
engineering
that's what I was thinking.
as a
Yeah.
talent, and
I'm feeling bad. I'm
of
feeling bad
course,
about Draylock. You doing okay over there, Rufus? You don't feel left out, do you?
No, I got a drink.
Okay.
he's got a drink. Also, under my focus, I have my communications music performance,
hmm
and or, well, I wonder even if like maybe some kind of cryptography could be settled in. That's what I set my communications focus as. Okay, so
yeah.
I'm just thinking.
Okay. It's
Okay, so what
You
I
don't have
I'm
to worry
gonna I'm
too-
gonna
There's only like 2 bonuses you get on any given roll, so you don't have to get too deep into it.
right. Well, I can't make a whole list of
Yeah,
stuff.
well,
You mean
you can, but generally after the first 2.
add this and add
Yeah.
this and add this? Okay, so are we looking at engineering insight or are we looking
It is now. Yeah,
engineering?
it
What's
is
that?
now because you guys told me that insight's the way I'm going to go with all this, so I'm just rolling with it.
All
Also,
right.
I'm assuming
Cool.
that there's a collaboration engineering which also puts Lyra into this as well.
Yeah.
and she's going to use her. I mean, she's assisting, but she's assisting through her focus of psychiatric care for trauma survivors because they've all been traumatized. So,
Boy, the Bajorans are just these big bags of
Well, they
trauma.
have, you know.
yeah,
I just don't want them to have PTSD.
right,
listening to
yeah.
music.
So
You know, it's
I
like,
want them to like not have relapses.
I like you
So,
have literally a whole
I wanna
planet full of
assist.
PTSD people too. I mean,
well, I had lots
Yeah,
of people to
Yeah, they go
practice
into an
on.
elevator and
After
they
the
all leave
Cardassian-
screaming.
yeah.
The Cardassian occupation gave me plenty of patience.
Oh yeah,
to
no, this
try
was
it out.
this is a specialty area of medicine. Yeah, so go
Yeah.
ahead and I think it's gonna be it's insight and engineering. You know, for Gorath and for Lara, it would be obviously insight and medicine.
And since
I
I'm
rolled a
assisting, I
10.
only do one die.
yeah, and I
correct?
think Gorath has some bonuses because of stuff.
Okay.
Do I roll 2
You
dice?
roll 2 dice, but you have to decide. Tell me what your
Okay.
special skills were. Collaborative. Whenever an ally attempts a task, you may spend 1 momentum to allow them to use your score, which you don't need to worry about. That's where you can lend a skill. That's where you can talk somebody through an engineering task. So you don't have to
Right.
worry about it. Parent figure, however. Let me see. The first complication generated from the task is ignored. So you can do that too. Yep. I think it's I think you just use your ops manager and your parent figure. And then you also had a focus,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, so that goes to expanding your crit range. Because I think the talents
Right.
can
Okay,
stack
so-
in my brain.
I rolled a 10 and I rolled a 19.
Right. I rolled an 8 on my assist die.
Okay. So I assume you generated a whole 2 momentum after all that effort, which was not easy. That helped you build the wave form, so you figured out what the mathematics of it is. Now you have to figure out how to get it jammed into their head.
Well, I had this giant radio dish.
Oh, okay. Well, I was thinking if you wanted to like take control of the
No.
the guy's microphone or something, or you know, like go up and actually perform a thing or something to, because you need something to transmit the wave with.
Oh yeah, we can do that. There's that hit song by from the 23rd century by Uhura, Where My Heart Is. We could perform that.
Hi, Vi.
Okay, that sounds great.
Where my
We're
heart
saving the world
is.
with music, Vi.
Yeah.
We're saving the music
Yeah.
with. We're about to sing Uhura's song.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
Uhura's song. Ooh, we got some raiders.
And I'm going to add a little keyboard solo to it.
We're gonna add a keyboard solo to it. And
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
gonna be. I'm almost certain that Gene Roddenberry wrote "Where My Heart Is" too. So in the lines of that, so yeah, you basically tapped into the waveform. You need to transmit it. I had suggested in chat Wild Stallions, but nobody watched that movie anymore. From Bill and Ted.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I
you
was
said
thinking
something,
Bill
but
and
I
Ted's
didn't
Excellent
look it.
Adventure, where they do the song, and it's all that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You know, I either have to be a DM or I have to play. I have to pick a fucking
Yeah.
lane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
But
Wild
yeah,
Stallions.
so you guys can make your way up to where the DJ booth is. So
Yeah.
I need some physical rolls from you if you're both going to do it together.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, we should probably
Yeah.
collaborate on this because
yeah.
Oh,
So what I'm
definitely.
going to do?
I have that focus of music therapy. So again, this has got to be therapeutic to heal them.
Oh God.
Right, and I have a focus of music performance.
Okay, so you're
So
gonna.
physical.
So what I need you to do.
So
is,
like fitness and security.
yeah, you
or
need
something?
fitness and security, both of you, to like make your zero G way over there. By the way, Draylock.
Oh, I see. I get you.
What are you? You've wiped everything up, right? You've cleaned your towels.
Yep, I have. I got
You
a
have.
nice new scarf out of it.
You do have
Ooh.
a scarf, and I want to find out. Did you want to make your way back to the venue?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to sneak back in because I still think there's a party going on. And, now that I'm juiced up a little, I think I'm ready to get back into action.
Okay, and you're hoping that they forgot who you are. I like
Um,
the idea that the giant Orion and the Klingon are still floating around the environment because they're just busy trying to beat the shit out of each other.
Well, I think what
But
I'm
neither
gonna
of
do
them
is
are
put
trained
the-
in zero G
What are
combat.
you gonna do, Draylock?
Oh, I think what I'm going to do is use this new dandy scarf to sort of disguise myself.
Okay. How is the towel that is taller than you are? It literally you're 3 feet tall and the towel is 6 feet tall.
Well,
So you got a
basic.
Serapi.
Yeah, I'm sort of, I'm more or less completely covered, so they can't see my clothes that I was wearing, and they can't see my face. It's just looking like a little ghost.
Okay. I'll do that. And no, the Kazinti have weapons haunted by their owners. You could go in, and I could. Yeah, I'm gonna spend threat and put a Kazinti in the area, if that's okay.
Oh, I beats me. Go ahead.
Okay, let's just do it. Let me see if I can. Should I even have a picture of a Kazinti? I'm just gonna use the floating cat. Okay, so you're coming back in. As you start walking in, you do see this like 6 foot tall, kind of ragged eared Kazinti going on. It sees your towel. It kind of freaks out a little bit. Do you want to do anything to deal with that, or are you just going to let him freak out and go nuts?
Well, there's a big party going on. I think I don't know. People freaking out. I'm just gonna get my groove on and start dancing.
Okay, are you gonna walk into the 0G zone, or are you just gonna go off the edge of the-
Absolutely. Now that I've got my second wind, I'm gonna party even harder.
Did you include? Does your whalebone have like that NASA food tube kind of thing going on?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Glad you mentioned that. I think that's a real nice adaptation.
I like the idea that the whale bones are set so they can be like alcohol tang. Well, it is tang, essentially. You're enjoying the Gach infused Tranya, by the way. I don't think you're having any problems with it.
Oh, I'm relishing it.
Okay.
As much as I.
So you're just gonna go like floating end over end and just do a little dance.
Make a little love. Get down tonight.
You down tonight? Okay, yeah. How did you two launching yourselves across the environment go to get to the DJ plan?
Mine went quite well. I rolled a 1 and a 6.
And I'm rolling right now. Oh my gosh, I rolled a 1 and a 9. So 3 successes.
You don't need all of those. You just need like 1 success to 0G over there.
Yeah.
So you got 4 extra that I could bank if you want.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we might as well bank them because we're probably going to need them when this all goes south and we have to
Puts
escape.
us up to 7. Yeah, you're actually getting yourselves out of trouble.
Yeah, we're kind of spoiling our escape by making ourselves useful.
Yeah, that's okay. But as you make it up, you can just now if you want to do your performance rolls, that's what I would do.
Okay.
You do have access to their stuff. The DJs are still there, but they're not going to put up a fuss because they're kind of nuts right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So performance, what would that be? Something like presence
Yeah.
and command?
Yeah,
or-
it's a presence command thing. Now you could also
Ugh.
make a roll for presence and science. Now Gorath, your presence, I think your command skill was enhanced.
They're the same, so-
and it was enhanced wherever there's music involved, if I recall.
Yeah. Well, music performance. Yeah. So my command is now 4. Yeah. All right.
So you'll strum on the guitar, and I think Lara will be assisting on the auto harp or something. I don't know.
Oh, I have
So
one
her-
success. I have a 5 and a 15, so I
Oof. Okay.
succeeded once.
I don't think her command goes up, even though she has music
Well,
performance.
you can either perform or modulate the waveform. You can mess with
Okay,
the
I'll try
you
to
wanna mess with the
I'll
turntable.
try to. Yeah, yeah. I'll do a little, scraping of the vinyl.
Okay.
Um, so presence and science for
Yeah, I
that
go
then.
with presence and science.
Okay, because that's better. That gives me an 11.
Oh, ouch.
So I got one success and 8 and a 12.
Okay, so between the both of you, you do like at least generate a pulse out to this, and the wave, it looks like they all start recovering from the anger. So you're seeing people just kind of calming down. The Orion and the Klingon are still just going to keep punching each other because now it's too late. They're still
Yeah.
going.
Now it's personal.
Now it's personal. Um,
Yeah, it's beyond the music now.
Now, Rufus, you notice that, I should say, Drelok, you notice that the people are like starting to not dance anymore,
Mhm.
and that I think were you continuing to wear the headphones, or did you take those? I think you took them off.
Yeah,
The-
yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been listening to this.
Yeah, and I like the idea better that this whole room is actually quiet,
Mhm.
except for the headphones. The whole thing can only be enjoyed through headphones. So it's like a gymnasium where everyone's just making sound, like you're just hearing the squeaking of everybody's.
Like a movie
Yeah, I
set.
like the
Mhm.
idea. Like it's like a movie set. So yeah, you've got the you're seeing people just calm down, and I like the idea that you were just vibing to just them vibing to them dancing.
Mm. Well, that's
So I think
I've learned to do a few moves. I'm kind of, doing a slow spin around.
okay. And let's just check on. Can you make a control and CONN con?
Let's see, that would be a 14.
Okay. Oh
Hmm.
damn it! All right, I'm gonna have to spend some threat. There we go. Oh, double 10. All right. You managed to keep the towel on,
Mhm.
which means I've got to spend threat now.
Okay.
You keep the towel on, but Shrod does still manage to spot you, even though you didn't have the towel come off.
Which one's Shroud? Oh, I see Shroud.
He
Okay.
is he's the the guy that
Orion.
was a little. He's the Orion who's a little pissed off about you bringing food into the venue.
Well, yeah, I've got more drink, but it's kind of underneath the towel.
Okay. But he does spot you, and he does spot the drink. That's my threat spend.
Mm.
So he had to do something to see it, and it cost him. So yeah, he spots it, and he shouts, "Hey, you! Get back here! You shouldn't have that drink in here!" And then he's gonna try and launch himself at you.
Okay.
Let's see what he does. Let's see what his skill roll is. Oh, he rolls a 20. Of course he does.
Oh,
He didn't do
excellent.
well. He does try and make a flailing attempt at you, and does, of course, fly into the middle of Vorak and his enforcer
Mm.
doing stuff. So he does that, and also as he tangles up with him, a data card comes out of his pocket, and it starts flying around the environment. And it's a very, very
Is he
distinctive fly.
near me or no?
He can be. He went flying past you.
Okay.
So I would say that you're more than welcome to be as close to him as you need to be if you want to do anything.
Well, how about if I try to grab that data card?
Okay, I was hoping you'd do something like that because it's the only clue I've given you. To be honest, it's like what happened? Oh my God, there's a clue. Oh man.
I'm gonna go for that data card. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and just throw your. Let's go with a daring and it's daring and security.
That would be a 12.
Okay. You need me to roll those for you, so that
Absolutely.
you don't have to get your hands dirty.
Hmm.
You got an 8 and a 14. That's good enough. You snag it.
Hmm.
You got a data card now. You don't even know what it is for, but you got it now. It has a piece of scotch tape or a masking tape on it, and in Orion, it's written patch V2.
Wait, patch what?
Patch, and then a space V, and then a dot 2.
Okay. All right.
We're doing a very 1980s kind of thing because all the data cards always look like 3.5 inch floppies.
So I'm not even aware there's an issue here, am I?
No, you're just upset that people have stopped. You're not upset. You just notice that everybody's kind of like it must be between sets, I guess. You know, because I think you're not even aware that music should be involved. You're just thinking it's a movement thing where everyone just synchronizes movement as an art form because it's art. You know, it's like you can also sit up further because you're not behind a counter anymore.
Oh no, this is just how I look.
Well, you're not wrong. I love it.
I just witnessed Wayne have a head slap.
I just slapped my head down because it was perfect.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, there's a reason that people are together. So yeah, you've got a data card, and that's no problem. I think Gorath, if you wanted to
Like
see
that.
that, you did see it. Yeah, it looks like that.
It looks like that.
Yeah, it's a green data disk. I love it because it's an Orion thing, so it's got to be green.
Got to be green.
It's you know, and you see this small guy get the data disk, and he's very excited about it, and it's kind of cool. And now I think you're deciding to use it as I think you're deciding to use it as part of the rhythmic thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just sort of like a fan. I'm getting a little warm. It's getting hot in here, and so you know.
Okay. And then let me see. Well, I guess are you putting on music again for them, or are you just letting this venue just stop?
Well, we could let the DJ come back on and see now that we've canceled out the anger.
DJ's
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it
let's
works,
give that a
'cause
go.
I
Let's
still-
see- let's
I
see what the
still think
results
we
are.
should prove that our device is viable.
Yeah.
I think the DJ might or might not be convulsing on the floor. I need evens or odds.
Uh-oh.
Go with odds.
Evens. All right.
Give me evens. I said evens.
I'm also gonna spend 3 threat. DJ's frothing at the mouth. You failed, and I'm gonna spend some threat. The DJ is not doing well. They're actually convulsing on the floor from this.
I'm gonna
They're Gadarian. They're very just fragile and weaselly.
okay. Lyra's gonna check him out with her triage.
Yeah,
skill.
it
Right,
is good.
And I'll hop in as DJ.
Okay. Yeah, so
Sweet.
you can keep the party going while the Yudarian's just having nothing but trouble. Rufus, I think we're gonna have you drift. Draylock's gonna drift over to where Gorath is,
Okay.
and you'll just be flapping around this disc. That's the only fucking clue I've got for you guys.
Well,
at the
you know,
moment.
I'm going to use it sort of as a you know, like to push me through the
yeah, it's a paddle.
paddle. Yeah, it's going to paddle me through the space here. I mean, I am
So
just.
does he
getting-
happen to catch my eye?
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say if you wanted to notice him doing that, that's just a notice, and that's not even a die roll because it's a
Okay.
plot thing.
I want to notice him.
Because noticing clues shouldn't be a die roll, to be honest. Because it's like, you know, no, you see this guy like waving around an Orion data disk, and it's like, what the hell? And then a piece of masking tape catches your eye on it, like it's something that's like, it's just a kludgy thing. And you've got some suspicions, by the way. You've already got some suspicions that things happen
So
to your shit.
I'm actually gonna call out to him. I said, "Hey, my first Federation friend, can you come here a second?"
All right, so I do my thing. I paddle. It's just like a little ghost, on
I like the idea that it's like
Floating
literally,
across the space.
literally he's cosplaying a ghost right now.
Mm-hmm. So am I going to get over there? Do I make it?
Yeah, I think you do. I'm gonna have you make it and collide with him.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Well, he's small, and he's got padding.
Oh,
with
warrior,
that giant
yeah.
towel.
Yeah, I like the idea of the giant towel.
I believe the appropriate greeting is boo.
Oh, God.
Sure.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. This is a fantastic
You seem to be
party.
really enjoying yourself.
I am. I'm having a great time.
I'm so happy to hear that. Hey, might I see that data card you're holding? Not sure. Do you know where did you get that?
Oh, I just sort of grabbed it when it was floating by.
Oh, might I see it, please?
Oh, well, sure. I don't think I know what it is, but it's a great fan
Okay.
if you want to get to the other side of the dance floor.
Cool. Well, actually, I had another thought for it. Hey, I wonder, have you ever been a DJ?
I'm always willing to try new things.
Would you like to give the DJ, a shot here? I'll show you some basic equipment, instructions, and while you do that, I'm gonna just kind of observe this card of yours. I'm curious to see what's on it.
Great. I'm going to look for a step stool so I can reach the turntable.
No, you can just step on this guy here.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yes.
don't think he's going to make it. So,
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, I found a ghost.
There we go.
I like it. Put extra holes in the sheet because it really doesn't know what it's doing.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God, that's bad. Yeah, look. Oh God.
I
So,
have
yeah,
an
you're
AI
there.
story to tell you guys, actually,
Okay.
but I'll save it for later.
Okay. What I'm gonna do? Yeah. So, Gorth, you're gonna look at that data card. If you want to, the tricorder can quickly scan it. It does look like it's some sort of a hack, and it was very clearly designed to interact with your program.
Okay, cool.
And the
not
programmer's
cool.
notes. The programmer note was, increase, project to increase concession sales.
But it backfired because it didn't increase concession sales, right? It increased
didn't,
anger.
It didn't seem to
Right,
it didn't tap the right nerve.
Right, right.
it was supposed to make them thirsty and hungry.
Yeah. Fascinating.
Mad for nachos.
Right.
And,
So,
yep.
This is clearly the what got in the way of everything.
It looks like it. And Shrad is seeing what you're doing. And I don't know. He makes your eye contact. He catches he sees you. He looks directly at you. And
Yeah.
I'm assuming are you what look are you giving back to him?
I give him the eyebrow wiggle.
Okay.
Yeah, like
To
I'm on to you.
convey okay, you've been had. You've
like
been mazed.
I'm on to you.
All right. He's gonna touch his comm badge because I guess everybody has a comm badge at this point. And he calls to what's his name? Who's Who's the name of the
Big
bad
giant
guy?
one.
Yeah, the big guy. Let's get the big boy down here. Give me a second to remember the guy's name. There he is. He calls to Yaxa Vexus, the assassin.
Oh.
He calls to her and starts saying, "Hey, the two aliens have sabotaged the equipment and they're trying to mind control everybody."
Right. And I mean, we can't hear this.
You can hear it. He's pretty close. He's
Okay.
gonna look at them and just like making up a lie. He's immediately calling and accusing you of doing something stupid.
Right. Right.
He had to be loud to be heard over.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh wait, no, the music isn't playing except in headphones.
And then she just says, "I knew it." And then, "You can't trust them. Can't trust Federationers. I'll be right down." So yeah, you start to hear the hum of a transporter materializing into the section. What?
I motioned to Lyra and I said,
we should stick around.
"Stick around." Now my thought is
Yeah, we
more
better
of,
get
let's
out
get
of
the hell out of here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Don't
Oh,
let's
yeah,
not
yeah.
stick around.
So I am gonna call the booth where I originally was
Mhm.
and have them beam us back.
What
to
booth,
them.
What booth were you?
Like
originally?
I'm like the main, because we had to come here.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Didn't we?
the booth where the assassin is. This one.
No. Is that where the main one was?
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
where we
she's coming
started.
over here. So we're gonna go where she's not.
Okay. Do you have
Which is
control-
there.
Do you have control of the transporters?
Well, we're calling them to have us. Don't we have any inside people, or are they all Orions? that-
It's all
that
right.
control
Just you
that?
two.
Oh, we're fucked. Okay.
Yeah. You may have.
Well, let's hightail it. Okay.
Okay,
So
and- As we hightail it, Lyra's going to call to Borak and go, "Friend Klingon, they're called reinforcements to fight you.
okay, I'm gonna
Be
I'm gonna,
prepared."
I'm going to change. I'm gonna tell Draylock. I said, "Excuse me, I wanna put in a personal favorite of mine," and I change it to this 20th Century Earth music by Iron Maiden called "Run to the Hills," and I get things jamming with that
I was thinking
to try and cause a little anxious chaos.
Okay, is that actually the emotional thing for the music too, right? Because your music translator's working right now.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll get a lot of people